Hey YouTube, Casey here, and you saw the title, 3 clone bases in 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. Let's get straight into this. For the first build, I'm going to be using Commander Thorn, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is obviously my first time ever doing a challenge like this on the channel or anything, and this definitely challenged me. 1 minute is not a lot of time to build something. I did not have time to build like a full base or anything, obviously, but I did end up with this little outpost. The first thing I had to get started on, as you saw in the time lapse, was just some terrain to make sure I had at least a little bit of something there. I guess I could have started with, like a gray base plate or, something small like that, just to kind of make a small, tiny clone base. But I think this looks a lot better. We have some crates on the side, and I really like this big banner that we have. And, I mean, there's not much else to it, but I do like the banner. I think it adds a nice touch, and, I mean, it looks pretty cool. Like, for a minute, this isn't bad. 60 seconds. I mean, I don't have a lot of time. All right, I know I didn't really have too much to say with this one, but with this next one, we will. Let's go ahead and do 10 minutes. Okay, the 10-minute build. I I honestly like the first one better, I think. 10 minutes, 10 times as much time as we had last time, but it still does not seem like a lot. I used Commander Neo and a 91st Trooper here, and I actually got to build a decent, like a base this time, not just a little outpost with some stuff scattered around. And so I am happy with that. I guess you could say this is a decent improvement for that reason. But yeah, around back is probably one of my favorite parts. I wish I could have tiled the floor off more, but I do have this little command post type thing where you can see a hologram where the troopers can kind of get a debriefing on what's going on outside in the battlefield. And then out front, I do have the front wall, which it looks fine. And then we have some terrain out front and a couple plants as well. The bigger plant, I think, is a nice detail with some of those palm tree leaves, but it isn't really attached the best. It's attached on a gray piece, which it's kind of weird, the roots of the plant aren't brown, but we'll ignore that. But yeah, I'm really excited for this 1 hour one. I think it's going to come out as the best one. And yeah, let's get into it. All right, so I have not yet built the 1 hour one, but I'm getting ready to. You can see the setup is a little janky right now, I'm not going to lie. But I wanted to make sure I had enough white pieces for the base. So I kind of have a little bit of an outline here just before I go into the models, because, it's a full hour. I kind of want to make something nice. So I just want to make sure I kind of got a plan here. So I got my podcast up right there, but you can see this is kind of my outline for the base. I know the sketch is not the best, but I kind of want a big building on this side, and then I'm going to try to use some of these like great looking pieces and make a bridge, bridging to a smaller building on this side. And I don't know what I'll make the smaller building, but hopefully this is like a big like barracks or something. And then I want to have a vehicle down here in the middle being stored, maybe like an ATRT or a speeder. And then I'll have a trooper too walking around with some footsteps in the snow behind him. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the build. Alright, I'm pausing it right now at the halfway point, and dude, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of stressful. The other builds weren't too bad just because I was going really small, and I guess I could have gone for a smaller build here and just made it like really detailed, but I mean, you know, I have a full hour, I kind of want to try something decently sized, and I like what we've got going so far. You can see I have a lot of you know, snot kind of built elements here where I have studs on the side of stuff, and then I'm building the plates up, and then I'm gonna start for the next couple layers. They will be, you know, vertical, like built like normal, and I think I'm gonna try to have it kind of bridged across right here. Hopefully I have enough snow pieces I can use. I might just have to make like a little, like this little plus sign might just be gray, and maybe I can have it like it's cleared out and like a walker or something can be in the middle, and that's where they have the vehicle stored. But yeah, it looks really good so far. I'm not gonna lie, I really like this banner. It looks nice. But I'm gonna try to do that, bridge, second tower, some trees maybe in the front. I have some snow tree pieces I could try to use. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break real quick and get back to the other 30 minutes in a second. Okay, done with the 1 hour build, and I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. As you saw, you know, I had a little bit of a sketch laid out for what I wanted to do, and you know, I didn't really achieve that, you know, the potential I kind of wanted to see, but it's not bad. I like it. I like the lights that go across the walkway at the top, which I didn't really get to turn into a walkway. I guess it could kind of just be, I don't know, some grading between the two parts. My least favorite part of this build is the right side. I wanted to make that a big building or just another building, and I kind of just had to turn it into like a little post, I guess, and I guess it's kind of just there so that you can hang those lights across and have the ATRT under. And dude, this ATRT is horrendous. I had like 3 minutes left, and I was like, I need a speeder or something to put underneath here. Whew, this thing is ugly. Well, let's get it out of the way, but everything else, it isn't bad. I like this, the left side especially. You have the tower with the banner there, and, you know, you have some room at the top with a little control place, and then some guarding, some, like, rail guarding. And yeah, it looks pretty decent. I wanted to do a bit more with the terrain. I wanted to have like some figures stepping around and, you know, some footprints in the snow, but did not get to do that, sadly. I guess if I kind of had laid out the parts and had pre-planned this a bit better, then I could have made something bigger or more detailed. But the whole point with this is I kind of wanted to go into it raw. And I think I did pretty good, you know, it's not bad. I do like the middle section. I actually ran out of white parts, but I like what I ended up doing, having like a little plus looking logo, kind of just as a platform where you can park one of the, like the ATRT, the ugly one, or a speeder or something like that. And then another thing is I really like these lantern builds. I just used some 1x1 translucent pieces and hung them from the railing. I used a lot of these big 8x8 pieces for the ground, and then also for the walls of the left structure, just to kind of save me some time, because stacking brick would have kind of taken a while. And I kind of like this, gives it a little bit of a texture, little bit of a unique vibe to the building. But overall, I'd say I'm happy with the final result. I feel like I could have done a bit better. Maybe if I do this challenge again, we'll try to improve. All right, guys, let me know what you think down below of the 3 builds. Also, let me know if you'd like to see more challenges like this in the future. Give me some other ideas and stuff, because I had a lot of fun doing this, actually. And I'd also love to see what y'all would want to see in the future. But with that all said, remember that Christ is King, and may the Force be with you.